Hey, it's me, Andrea, with Sucs For You in Houston, Texas, and here's a fun project I've been putting off for, I don't even know how long. I have just been sticking plants in this pot for, oh, I'm afraid to admit, it's been at least a year, and it's gotten kind of crazy in here, and I guess it's time to finally tackle it and pull out some stuff. I really don't know what I'm going to do with all of this, but I think it's about time. Alright, let's see what else is in there. Okay, first I think I want to try and get this Haworthia out, and it's little babies. Got a little pokey thing, official term, pokey thing, and I'm just going to stick it down underneath the Haworthia and kind of try and loosen up the roots. The soil is dry, so it's going to make it a lot easier to pull things out. Let's see. Okay, we'll start like this and see if any of the offsets come along with it. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Got some old flower stems I'm gonna pull out. Just if you let them dry, they just come right out. Just like that. Okay, and there's some dead leaves underneath here. We can go ahead and clean those up. Just gonna pull those out, make a little. I'll just do this. There we go. Just twist them off. Alright, that's good for now. There's one little baby right there. You can see it hasn't had enough light. I don't even think it's worth saving. Maybe we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna set that. Actually, I have a pot over here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stick it in there, because if I take it out and I don't do anything with it now, I'm probably just gonna wind up leaving it out for who knows how long. So just go ahead and get it over with. Okay. There. Alright. Already making progress. So there's a bunch of other little babies down in there. Let me see if I can zoom it all in. Okay. I'm not exactly sure the species of this Haworthia, and it's not in the best shape. I haven't been giving it enough light. It's not in terrible shape, and they're still really healthy, but it's kind of hard to tell exactly what kind it is, and it's probably a hybrid anyways. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here too. I'm just going to have a whole new pot of Haworthias over here. Here's one, it's a little bigger. You know, I'll wait a couple of days after I have repotted these and water them. There we go. And start getting them in a little bit more light. They were in pretty decent light, but they could probably use a little bit more. Who else is in here? Here's another big one. See that one right there? Let's go. Okay. See how they're just coming right out because the soil's dry, which is awesome. Go up here. All right. Here's another one. Oh my gosh. I'm about to fill up this pot. Oh gosh. There's more over here. One right here. These are all the same type. If I can figure out the name, I'll go ahead and post it in the video description or as a subtitle. Alright. This little Graptopetalum paraguayense must have been a leaf I just threw in there. It has propagated itself, and I'm going to set that to the side because I have a pot for these. I actually have a pot of the propagations that I also need to thin out, but yeah, that's going to wait. So we'll put him right here. Another one. Oh, look what I just saw. Down in here. Can you see? It is there's a little piece of a broken Sansevieria cylindrica, and I can't remember why it broke or when I stuck it in there, but it has roots, and that's exciting. I actually have a pot I can stick that in. Let me grab it. Cute, huh? My husband brought this home. It was braided, and I unbraided it because I just don't like I don't like braided Sansevieria. And he's like, why'd you do that? And I was like, it made me feel claustrophobic. So I'm just gonna put that down in there. Sorry, my hand's blocking. Literally just tucking it under the soil, covering the roots. Done. I just had a thought. This is basically like my succulent junk drawer. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's a little baby donkey ear. I'm gonna pull that out. So cute. And set it off to the side until I'll find another pot for these. Who else is in here? This is a cool Kalanchoe, these two right here, that my friend Teresa sent me some cuttings from Florida, and it struggled for a bit. I think it was after the freeze, and I wound up chopping it and propagating it, and now I have two. There's probably another one down in there also. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So this right here is a cutting from my friend Jody she's in Oakland, and it's a Cylindrica grandiflora, I believe. It's rock purslane, and the flowers are amazing. It hasn't flowered for me yet, but yeah, she sent me some of those. Actually, I think she might have like brought some on the plane with her back to me. I want to leave that in there, and I think I'm gonna leave all this stuff for now. I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the donkey ear. I just don't really have, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Should have been ready. Let's just take it out. I need to see what else is going on down in here. Okay, come on, friend. Alright, you can see we've got some babies happening on the leaf tips. There's one. There's another one. I am going to set it over here for now. Set it aside. Right over here. Hanging out. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is not the only pot I have that it's just been kind of a, you know, like a holding container, or again a junk drawer for succulents. And there's a rock in there. Cool. Another Graptopetalum, paraguayense. Oh, there's more. It's like I just start seeing more things in there I didn't notice before. These are cute little, these are baby Kalanchoe marnierianas. Mariner's Kalanchoe. I'll just stick with that word for it. There's some more of those down in there. One thing I could do is, if you see all of this right here, look at that. Well, I just want to show you. That is a mess right there. Nobody wants to fool with that. Look, it just came out. So this is actually an aerial root that it put out. It has rooted in the soil. And this just snapped right there when I was pulling it up, but whatever. So here's what I'm going to do to clean this up. Okay, so we have this first piece right here. I'm going to just pop it out and break it off. and put it right here on the table. Okay, and all this mess right here, just random roots and stuff I don't want to have to fool with. In fact, I'm just going to, I'm going to just make these into individual plants. That's going to be a lot easier to focus on. So we have this. This is a nice little bunch right here. And then another one right here. These will make, cutting them down like this is going to make it a lot more manageable and a lot less intimidating to find a new home for them. One thing, like, these just root really easily for me. You can leave, if you ever have a funny little stem, see like that? Like there's a part here and a part here. There's no like main stem really to work with. I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'll like just put it down in the soil somewhere and go ahead and bury that piece of the stem, and eventually it's going to put out new roots, like probably right around there. And these might even, I think I'm gonna take that one off, but I'll leave that on, the little aerial root that's already formed some roots. Okay, and just stick that all down into the dirt and it will establish eventually. So yeah, we have this little Haworthia. I'm not too sure what the species is on it. It's really neat. It's a different texture. Then like, it's not like smooth and shiny, it's a little bit rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that over here too. There we go. Okay, I just kind of want to take it all out, but I want to leave these Kalanchoes, and I want to leave this this dude from my friend. Oh man, let's take the donkey ears out. Set it in my soil bucket over here for now, and do the same with that one. See why I've been putting this off. What a mess. I need more pots, like desperately. I've been trying to focus on that instead of buying new plants. I've been doing a pretty good job. I got 2 new pots. Oh, no, actually I got 1. I think I got 3 new pots. And only 4 new plants. Oh, God. Look at this. Look. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. This is rooting all the way over here. That... What are you? So this is a stem cutting from one of these cool Kalanchoes, and it's forming some babies. I do think I want to keep this pot for random cuttings and stuff like that, so I will set this down here. I think I'm gonna put it back in there. All kinds of fun little stuff. Oh, look. Another little baby Haworthia. More of this Mariner's Kalanchoe aerial roots right here, right? They have established themselves in the soil. And, oh, what is going on with this, guys? Okay. My gosh. Well, this is gonna get messy. Oh, this is what I get. Yeah, it is. What? When is it gonna stop? Oh no. Oh my god. Come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, cool. You guys see what all's going on here? Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm gonna clean that up the same way I did the other piece. It's gonna be so much easier to handle it if I break them all down. So I guess let's go ahead and do that. Let me pull these Graptos out. Now these have gotten kind of tall and they're going to be a bit difficult to manage. So while we have them in hand, I'm just going to go ahead and top them. Bop, bop. And I don't want to fool with keeping up with these stems, even though you can keep these stems and they'll grow new babies. I just don't want to fool with it. I just don't. It's done. Deed is done. It's okay, guys. You don't have to keep every little piece, even though it might propagate. Okay, I'm going to keep those. We'll let these dry, the little stems where I cut them, and then we'll stick them in some soil and wait for them to root. This one right here is another funny stem situation. I could just leave it like that and, you know, plant this whole thing, right? It has like a good root system. I think I will. I think I'll leave that attached. Alright. A lot of dead leaves in here. I'm just cleaning it out a little bit. Alright, so this is sad. This is kind of like, do I really want to keep this, or am I just gonna like hope that it makes a comeback? Looks like it has some cold damage. I'm gonna keep it. Put it over here. More little babies, more little babies. This is I have a ton of this. These little offsets from a, what is it? An aloe. It's a hybrid of an aloe and a Gasteraloe. And this looks like more of the Kalanchoe, like a little actual leaf that's putting out some babies. I'm going to keep that. I'm just going to set this stuff down. Have a nice little pile to work with right here. Oh gosh. I'm giving myself a lot of work to do. Alright. Here's another crazy cluster. Actually, that's not too crazy. That's somewhat contained. It has a nice root system. They're all together. So I'm going to trim some of the aerial roots, pull off some of the dead leaves, and then we can just repot right here, all of this. But take those off. So real quick, aerial roots. I keep saying that, maybe some of y'all aren't familiar with it. Succulents form aerial roots. Just kind of, some of them just do it. Some of them are just like, I'm putting out some aerial roots. Some of them have a reason to do it. Maybe they're thirsty, and it supposedly tends to happen more in humid climates because there's a lot of moisture in the air. So maybe they're just trying to get more moisture and they grow these aerial roots, seeking those out. But it's not, it doesn't always mean that they're thirsty. Sometimes they just do it. So don't worry if you see some plants making aerial root. Here's a cool leaf. Isn't that cool? The shape of this Kalanchoe leaf. It looks kind of vicious. I like it. I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so we've got more of the marinara, Kalanchoe marinara. That's not what it's called. Alright. Look at all this. What do I do? Okay, we're gonna do it. This piece is wacky. Let's just do it. I'm gonna chop. And right down here where it's, see how it curves? It's kind of like a creeping succulent. I'm going to cut that off right there. We're just going to get it over with. Okay, and I'm going to trim part of that aerial root. It looks like there's still some green inside. You're not going to be able to see it on the video. But, so I'll pull out some of these. Like, we can wait a day, or we can just go ahead and plant it in dry soil. But, I'm just going to show you. Let's see if it stays. Yeah, so that'll stay potted pretty well if I was to pack it down in there. Alright, so that will be ready to go. A little bit more of these here. Chop that. That's one. That's two. That's three. It's already got some roots on it. Nice. This one as well. What the heck? I could keep this. I mean, but you see, I'm just gonna let it go. Feeling good. Anyone watches that, what is it, home organizer show, and they talk about you're editing out things that you can get rid of, that you're not attached to anymore. That's what we're doing right now, is we are editing this Kalanchoe. Like, I'm gonna toss that. And here's a bunch of little pieces. Do we stay? Do we go? You can stay. You can stay. I think anything that just looks like it's gonna be easy to propagate and restart, I'll let it stay. If it looks like it's gonna be a pain in the booty, we're gonna let it go. Like this right here, it's not worth it. Bye. Bye. Yeah. And the thing is, if you throw something away, and later you decide you want to keep it and it's still in the trash can, you can go and take it out. It's fine. Alright, since I want to keep this in here, look, it's kind of wobbly because I've been messing around with the soil and it's gotten loose. It's loosened up. Let me see if I can't just tuck it down over here. You can lean on your friend for a minute. And there's this little cutie, more of that aloe hybrid offsetting. I have so much of this, and it's really fun. It turns into this really neat, it's just like a big, beautiful, like, rosette, basically. But that's what it looks like for now. Oh, we're getting there, guys. And we still have a lot to do, a lot of leftovers pulled out. Some little babies. It's like we're making some progress. See how I'm cleaning that up? Just thankfully, you know, it's already making its own nice little root system right there, and it does also look like it came from an aerial root right there. So hey, that's cool. I like that right there. Alright. Okay. We got this piece over here. I think I'm gonna let it stay. Seems to be, you know, it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, you can stay. You can go. You can go. Bye. Bye. So I'm just going to clean up some of the dead leaves and old roots that are on top. What is this? I don't know. Roots or something. Alright. We got all this nice space. It's cleaned out. And I guess I'll just start tucking some of these little babies back in. I'm gonna put these towards the middle. Digging a little deep hole for this one. That one's gonna be floppy. Since the soil is dry, even though I just cut some of these, I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick them back in there. Because if I leave them, I'm probably not going to do it. Alright, let me get that done. And we'll be right back. One thing that's good to do is to go and look up pictures of what your plants that you have look like when they're growing out in the wild in their native habitat. And that's going to help you see and give you ideas on ways that you can pot them up, ways you can contain them, and also what your limitations and expectations should be. Alright, now I need to add more soil because we pulled so much out with the rooted plants. Okay guys, so we got that done. And we turned that one pot of plants into 1, 2, 3, 4 pots of plants. And you know, it was messy, but it definitely looks better now. And this is not like a presentation pot. This is a, like I said, it's still going to be like a junk drawer pot. But now we got more room in here. Those crazy Kalanchoes aren't ruling over the entire pot. And you know, these guys turn them loose into their own pot so they have room to grow. The donkey ears. Yeah. I feel good about it. We got it done. And that's all we have left to deal with. Just a little saucer, like maybe like 3 plants in there. I'm just kidding, but we'll put this off for another day. And yeah, I'm glad we got all this done. I really needed the mental break, guys, because I'm really tuned into the news and the world is crazy right now. It is crazy. It is crazy out there. So just taking the time to tune all that out for a little bit and focus on my plants, because you know, plant therapy is real, and I know you guys agree with me on that. So just focus on your happy place, give yourself permission to do so, and then that will fortify and strengthen your energies to, you know, just deal with whatever else is going on. And that's pretty much the best we can do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.